Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Two Gun Ginters. This is episode 170. We got a new look today. You can see I'm not quite as a mess as I was yesterday. We look a little bit more in place. Things are happening. Over the weekend, we will be, getting the new studio here that we switched over to, into running order, so we could continue to do our show here. This is the new Studio One. So I do want to welcome you. How you doing today, Mike?
I am doing great. A little nervous since I'm in charge of all the tech and audio.
Mike is in charge of all the tech, all the lights, all the sound, all the things that you see, bringing us to you here today. So if there is anything that's annoying, pissing you off, bothering you, just blame it on Mike, because that's where the fault comes back to.
It's always my fault. I'm okay with that.
That's a day. As long as you're okay with it, man, then I'm okay with it.
I am too.
But you get a different light, a different view. You can see that I don't look like I'm in the basement shitting on the Pittsburgh toilet this morning. I don't look like I'm in the movie Saw, trying to escape and make my way out. I am here sitting at the new spot. So we're gonna make the best of it today. And like I said, it's gonna get better moving forward. And Michael.
Yes.
Did you catch last night the Thursday night football game?
I caught the most important play. I caught the last play of the game.
Yeah. But it was about as exciting and fun as last week's. If you recall the Broncos game last week, a lot of people had taken shots, made it a little bit fun because the game was less than stellar, needless to say. But the thing that I thought funny about this week's game, Mike, was Al Michaels. You know Al Michaels, of course.
Yeah.
He had made the comment, if this game is as bad and as slow and as just as a weak of a game as last week's was, that Broncos game, I might consider retiring, he says. Al Michaels considers retiring if in fact this game was as bad as last week's. And you know what, 12-9. It didn't seem like it made leaps and bounds to be a better Thursday night game, did it?
No, it did not. It was a God. I'm looking at the stats right now. Carson Wentz, 99 yards passing. How do you do that?
And that was the only reason I picked him, is because Carson Wentz's stats were pretty decent going into this game. Otherwise, I wouldn't have even taken him. And he finished up with 99 yards, you're saying?
99 yards.
Wow.
A quarterback rating of 66. It is terrible.
But in fact, the Washington team, formerly known as the Redskins, they ended up winning 12-9 over the Bears last night.
But
so that was some more really exciting Thursday night football.
But there was something really good coming out of the game. Their running back Brian Robinson.
Yeah,
he came back. He played his is this his first game of the year? Yeah, first game of the year. He was the one who was shot during training camp.
Okay.
Armed robbery. And yeah, he came back, and what did he have stat-wise? Oh, my God, I just closed it out on the poor guy. Was it 26 carries, 82 yards, 1 touchdown?
How many carries?
Or wait, no. 17 carries, 60 yards, and a touchdown. Is he the one who was shot? Maybe it was someone else. I might be confused. Don't quote me, but I'm hoping it was that guy, because it'd be a great story.
You're hoping that was the fellow.
I'm hoping it was him.
I like it.
I'm not hoping that he was shot. I'm just hoping that was him.
Feel of this morning's show. Marcus went on the calendar, everybody. 170. Mike is wishing death upon NFL football players.
I hate you.
You able to hear everything over okay on your end, Mike?
I'm hearing everything great.
Everything's fine with you?
Everything's fine with me.
All right.
Well, our listener gave us a thumbs up, so I'm assuming everything in our new setup is good.
Mike is getting feedback from the office right now, and we're hearing that everything is good from it back. And you know what? If everything's good in the back, we're gonna roll with it.
I hope everything's good in the
Yeah.
Good. I'm hoping the office gives us good information, because I don't want to get her in trouble by my faults.
She's already on thin ice in the back office.
She's holding down the fort. I'm giving her credit for that.
All right.
She has a lot on her plate right now.
All right, damn it.
Yeah. I don't want her more upset than she is.
Last night the Penguins dropped the puck. They had scored 6 goals, 6-2. They beat the Coyotes. They scored more points than the Steelers did last week in their loss to the Buffalo Bills, the 38-3. Of course, you recall I'm talking about. But the Penguins came out in their game this week and scored 6 points. 6 points. They were able to put 6 points up against their opponents in the season opener. They play the Lightning. The Lightning come to town on Saturday, Mike. It's 7 o'clock. If you want to catch the second game of the season, off to a good start. We are 1-0 and in first place.
Look at that. Crosby goal into us. I don't know how I got a political ad playing right in the middle of my but yeah, Crosby goal and 2 assists, Malkin a goal.
Yeah.
That's nice little start. And like people that you wanted to see on the score sheet showed up. Gensel, Letang, like I said, Malkin, Crosby, Rust, even Katsberry Kapanen got a goal. So things are going well when Cappy's pitching in.
Absolutely, man.
So hey man, we'll take it. 6-2.
Yeah.
We had 53 shots, so you better be scoring goals. You're just shooting that many shots.
And 81. You have 81 more games. So let's hope that the big dogs could keep up the carry the load, and some of the other people jump in and help as well. And we'll see if we can make a decent run this year. We got, like I said, game one under our belts to the 2022-2023 season. Everybody.
Hey man, we're on pace for 82 wins.
Yes, we are on pace for 82-0, everybody. So
look out, Loretta.
If you're a gambler, please do not pay attention to us, because we don't want to be involved in any unfortunate accidents after you take the Penguins for 82 games.
Entertainment purposes only.
Entertainment purposes only.
I am not a professional.
Mike is not professional in any fashion.
As you can tell, because I'm the setup that I had to scramble and put together, because I thought in my mind, if we do it this way, it's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
I should know better that whatever I think is never going to work.
Yeah, that's what I've been telling you, but you won't listen to me.
I won't. I just do like my lighting, how I have the light on me, but not my dummy.
Yeah.
Because he needs to be in the dark. Yeah, he likes it better.
I liked him better in my shot because he was always doing cool things and interesting things when he was in my shot, but now he's in your shot. I guess he's safe.
Oh, no, he ain't safe.
Mike, we got baseball playoffs yesterday. The Mariners and Astros played. The Astros win 4-2 at home. It puts them up 2 games to none in the series. However, today, if you're into the Major League Baseball playoffs, we have the Braves and the Braves at Phillies at 4:37 this afternoon. That series is tied 1 game apiece. In the late game, the Dodgers at the Padres. Those also are 1 game apiece. That game is 8:37 this evening.
I like how Major League Baseball wants to get younger people to watch the game. So let's have a playoff game featuring the New York Yankees at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
On a Friday afternoon.
Well, considering the Yankees don't play today.
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
Yeah, Cleveland at New York.
What time?
1:07.
That's today?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. Friday, October 14th. We got Cleveland at the Yankees, Atlanta at Philly, and LA at San Diego.
I wonder when the Yankees game didn't come up. Anyway,
San Diego, if you know.
Fine. My thing is, why is all the games at 37, 4:37, 1:37, 8:37?
I don't know.
That's a bizarre thing.
That is. Like you have all the pre-games leading up to it. You need that extra 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, it's like hockey games are like, 7:30 puck drops at 7:35.
You're right.
I don't get it.
Also this weekend, like the big game that we were waiting for last week, Penn State at Michigan. They play tomorrow at noon at Ann Arbor. If you want to check it out, a good college football game is going to be number 10, Penn State at number 5, Michigan. Should be some really good football.
No, it's going to be really good. The Michigan destroying my team. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have no confidence in us. I wish I did. I wish I had the confidence in the Penn State Nittany Lions, but we have a way of, when we play these good teams, we lose. And so
They are,
I'm getting ready for the 3-game losing streak because we end up losing against the 2 ranked Michigan, Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we have Minnesota. Minnesota always plays Penn State tough. So after these next 3 games, it wouldn't surprise me if Penn State is 0-3 or 1-2 in the next 3 games.
Now you're being crazy.
I'm probably just being pessimistic, but that's how I am when it comes to my teams. I never get too optimistic. I always think, we're going to lose. So when we win, I'm surprised. When we lose, I'm like, I can sit there and laugh during the game.
Right.
That's how I'm getting through the Steelers season.
Yeah.
It's just going to, every game's going to be a loss. I'll just go in and laugh.
Yeah. You really do need you need a method for some of these seasons, man.
You do.
Oh, hell no.
I was wondering what you fiddling around over there. You got your man.
I do. I got my sounds.
Jealous. I'm jealous. I've never. This is the first time I've seen the sounds in action.
Yeah, you got the sounds in action. Mike has already molested his dummy. We got great things going on here at the news studio.
My dummy's head.
Oh, see, this is what I got to put up with, everybody. Not only do I have to put up with the breath, now I have to put up with the breath of the dragon across the room. Now look at the shenanigans and tomfoolery we have going on.
I brush my teeth before every episode.
Oh, hell no.
You know why?
I
brush my teeth.
But hey, check this out. My big thing is this, Mike. We have the Steelers this weekend, a big game. I think it's a totally winnable game. I think that we could beat Tom Brady in the Buccaneers. I think that this team looks less than spectacular. They are looking human. Tom Brady does have a lot of things going on in his life, in his personal life, with his marriage. And you know what? These receivers, the Godwin and Evans and the crew they got down there, they didn't look spectacular a couple weeks ago, and I watched this team. However, that doesn't say that they're not going to come out tomorrow or Sunday. I'm sorry, it looks spectacular, but I believe that we have a chance to win this football game, Mike.
I wish I could say we have a chance of winning this game. I don't know, but Godwin, Julio Jones, and Russell Gage, they're all questionable. And
I forgot. Yeah,
but Godwin's their number 2. Dude's damn good receiver, and you got Mike Evans, who's a phenomenal wide receiver. And look, I'm looking at ours. Levi Wallace, questionable. Edmonds, questionable. Fitzpatrick, questionable. So, even if they lose Godwin's, even if they lose Godwin and Julio Jones, I think they still have more weapons. And I didn't even, like their tight end, Cameron Brate, is out. So they have weapons out, but I think that they probably have better depth. And it's Tom Brady coming into Pittsburgh. It's Tom Brady coming into Acrisure Stadium. This guy just.
I think this game could be it could certainly be a what's the word I'm looking for? Not a coming out, but a game that to really set your put your foot down and say, you know what, we are going to make a serious run this year. We're not going to flop, the 5th week of the season. And I think if they come out here, defense says, we have to stop for running the ball. We've let people pound the ball down our throats all season long. Let's get in there. Let's stop this guy. Let's close the game down a little bit by stopping the run. And then, of course, like you said, you have all these players. You have Levi Wallace. The list goes on as far as our secondary. That is going to be the Achilles heel playing against Tom Brady. But again, there's that chance that he may come in and look a little bit more human than he has in the past 20 years where he's come here and dominated the Steelers. But, there's a very good chance he won't. I think that we have a chance. I think that we, I generally don't ever, I'm optimistic. I'm a little bit too optimistic. See, I got my Steelers shirt on here. I'm ready for the big game.
Yeah,
I won't change my shirt or my underwear till after the game.
It's I don't know, man. That defense too up front. Their big nosed or their big defensive tackle, Vita Vea. I don't have confidence in Mason Cole moving him, but I think him and Daniels, man, right in the middle.
Yeah.
I think Vita Vea and Daniels going to get at each other. 2 big nasty mofos that don't take shit from anyone. That could be a fun matchup to watch, depending on where they line up Vea at. because that dude's a beast up in the middle. Tom Brady, we watched a couple of his games. He hasn't looked like the Tom Brady of old, but he's still very, very productive. 7 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Right.
140 out of 141 out of 2. Okay, 68% completion percentage. Trying to do the math in my head. That's what happens. So yeah, he's still very, very accurate.
Yeah.
And very smart with his decisions. His arm doesn't look like it's never been that great anyway. It's looked like it's lost, but he still has that accuracy. He's still moving that team up and down the field. And then this is the kind of game where they're looking like, oh, hey, we can get back. We can get back to what we were. They had that close loss. They had 2 close losses, man. Against Green Bay, they lost by 2. Kansas City by 10.
Yeah.
They beat the Falcons barely. So that's what gives me a little bit of confidence coming into this game, because the Falcons are a terrible team.
Yeah, exactly.
Terrible team. And the Pittsburgh has more talent than Atlanta. Let's be honest. I don't know who you're laughing at, Atlanta or us.
I don't know either. I just need to push my buttons. I didn't have my luxuries yesterday. I'm finally getting my luxuries back.
I think this game, if Fitzpatrick plays, if Edmonds plays, Wallace plays, Sutton plays, Witherspoon plays, I think we have a really good chance. And if we give our full complement of starters back on the secondary again, where we're not rolling out who played safety? Trey Norwood. If he's not starting, he goes back into his sub package role where he's good at. That helps a lot. Who the heck was number 16 playing? I forgot his name. Yeah. So if he's not playing,
because I said, look at Charlie Batch covering.
And if Arthur Millette and James Pierre, they get back to their normal roles, and then you have Sutton, Wallace, Witherspoon playing more. Okay, I'm going to be very confident in our secondary against their receivers. Because now, if we have to double Mike Evans, guess what? We have Fitzpatrick back there. We have Edmonds back there, who are, they know the game better than Norwood. Not that Norwood's bad. He's just, he's still a second-year player. He was a 7th-round draft pick. He's learning the position, learning the league. So Edmonds and Fitzpatrick, they have that communication ability where they don't need to really speak to each other. They can just give each other that look and know, okay, what we're going to do. And they have that in the corners, probably have more trust in them than they would with any of the other backups. So, and then the starter corners were being there. I think we would have a pretty good matchup. Yeah, it's just that run game with Fournette that scares me the most.
When it comes down to it, we're a backup, like we'd said, we're a backup long snapper away from being 0-5. So again, I don't know if we're just being over optimistic, but at the end of the day, you think about these first 5 games we played, and then you put into consideration what it is that as you're saying names and talking about it and saying more guys that Tampa Bay has that I had forgotten about. I'm beginning to lose my optimism a little bit more. However, I'll try not to let that skew things. We'll do our picks later, but again, you'll see that I stick with the Steelers. I would like to see Mike. I'd like to see the Calvin Austin III. I still haven't heard anything on Calvin. I'd love to see him back in the lineup. I think that he's certainly as far as we know, we haven't seen him. He got into preseason. He didn't play any preseason games. He had this injury. He hasn't played any pro games. I would just like to take a look at him. However, there's a lot of people saying that he's explosive. He's a big play guy, and he can't wait to get back in the lineup and make some big plays. So I think that could be a big, one of these games that we lose to, New England 17-14. That a big play by Calvin Austin somewhere along the way could have been the difference in catapulted us in front of them. Other games as well. Even the Cleveland game where it was 29-14 or whatever, but it was really 23-14 because they scored in the last second on that crazy fumble play. So a couple of these games that were in our reach, possibly you have a guy who's in there who's going to make your big plays, because Chase Claypool is not making your big plays. Deontay Johnson is not making your big plays. At some point, somebody has to come forth. Teams are making big plays against us. We're still making mental mistakes. So, we have to get to the point where we're able to make big plays, string some plays together, string some drives, some series, and be able to, score points. So I think that it starts with that. I think the defense is not quite as strong as Buffalo's from last week. We're going to be seeing Tampa Bay's. Hopefully that gives our offense a little bit more of an opportunity to be able to do a little bit more of what they want. Again, you could say that what's that going to solve? But on the other hand, we're probably not going to meet the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Championship, so it probably is not going to matter. However, moving forward, you don't want to finish 1-16, so you're going to want to do enough to be able to win some of these games, and I think maybe that could happen in that case. But we got Miami. We have Miami coming up after Tampa Bay, Mike, and then after that we have the Philadelphia Eagles. So I think we're going to see a little bit more of a chance for this team offensively to be a little bit more productive. Get your rookie quarterback in there and get some drives down the field. Maybe build a little bit of confidence back in your defense. They're pretty gassed. This team is gassed, and it is because they're playing bad football, but it's also, they're getting it from us. They're getting it from the talking, the heads, the people, the fans. Everybody has something to say. So now it's time to, shut up and let these guys play, which is what we're going to do in roughly 40 minutes. We'll be done. We're going to let them play football, and hopefully they can give us some better stories next week to talk about than the tales of horror that we had this week talking about the Steelers.
Yeah, like going back to Calvin Austin, he's still on IR. They haven't brought him back yet. I know they were trying to get him back up to speed because, like you mentioned, he only played very little in the preseason. Just a couple snaps before he got hurt, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't even recall that.
Okay, you might be right, but yeah, so he's still having to work his way not only through the injury, but getting back up to speed with the playbook because he hasn't practiced.
Yeah.
So it's going to. You would hope. He's he's a pro. He's played football forever, so he's out and he's taking those mental reps. But mental reps can only do so much for you. It's a big difference between actual practice reps and game reps. So just sitting there watching film, sitting there watching people practice, going through those reps. It can only do so much if you're not out there physically running around. Now he's able to. I think they still have another week to figure out if they're going to bring him back this year or not. Activate him this year or have him sit for the year. But it wouldn't surprise me if he's back next week.
Depending shit, how long? I'm not even sure what the injury they had a month because they had three preseason games, then the off week, and now we've played 5 games. That's 9 weeks. A broken bone. I've had plenty in my life, and that takes you 8 weeks, and you're ready. You can get back out there and do whatever the hell you want to do. Why are we at 9 weeks now? We're still talking about, is this guy going to be able to play this season? We still have 2 more weeks to. We're going to be right around 3 months at that point. I've never seen an injury like this unless it was a torn, something in somebody's knee or a way serious. And I was never really given the impression, Mike, that this injury was one of those kind of injuries. What's going on with Calvin Austin? I just don't. I'm just not getting it.
It was a foot injury. It was not announced what it actually was.
Yeah. And what do
so
you
it could be. It could. Look. Najee has that Lance Frank injury in his foot, and he's still not fully healthy, and he should be sitting out as long as Calvin was. And for him to be out that long, it had to have been a pretty serious injury to be what it is. I'm just reading now, it's possible, but he's a little rusty for him to be activated for this game. So I don't see this week. They have until the 26th, so that's next week.
Yeah.
Or the middle of it. Yeah, he can miss one more game, and then they have to decide by Wednesday, or not next Wednesday, but the following Wednesday to decide if he's going to come back or not. So yeah, he's probably going to come back if he's just a little rusty. And then, the way the receivers in front of him have been playing, you're going to get an opportunity unless by some miracle Claypool and Deontay Johnson start playing the way they should be playing. I think this year we will see Calvin Austin play.
And I can see here's this thing happening too with as far as you just mentioned Clay and Deontay. I think at some point they are going to pick it up this season. I think at some point they are going to start being involved in drives that are productive and whatnot. However, I could also see these guys doing that and then dropping the ball again, getting, going 3-4 games, get everyone excited. Okay, if we do this, we do that. We have him coming back. We're going to make this happen. And then it's going to happen again with these two. I've not seen anything to show me otherwise since either one of them has been here. I just have no confidence in these wide receivers. I want to see Pickens more. I want to see Calvin Austin. I've had it up to here like everybody else in Pittsburgh with Deontay Johnson and with Chase Claypool. Again, if they get it right and make it work, then you know what? That's awesome. Good for you. Good for the team. But, in all honesty, from what I've seen from both of their tenures here, I'm just not blown away by either one of these receivers. And you know what? By their production, I don't think that we're going to move forward with these receivers. I don't think we're going to get back to being that competitive team. One might say, well, you know what? They had a Ben who had his arm held together by chicken wire, and now you have a rookie who's trying to learn the system. That's not great. However, at some point, the mistakes that they're making, they have to stop. They have to stop. They have to help the quarterback out. If the quarterback is having an issue, the quarterback is a rookie, then there's receivers, especially your veterans, Deontay Johnson, who should be more than able to help out a rookie quarterback, is not. He's dropping crucial balls. Claypool's dropping crucial balls. That has to stop, Mike. One thing I do have, the Steelers are ranked number 30 in points scored, which I can't believe there's anybody who has less points scored than them. But Matt Canada, when asked about it, Matt Canada said this: we need to score more points.
No shit, Mr. Obvious.
So this is what we're working with here in Pittsburgh. You wonder why we're getting frustrated. You wonder why we're getting frustrated with these coordinators, the coaches. This is what we're getting. Obviously, this team has a problem. This team needs to iron some things out. And you have the offensive coordinator coming and saying that we need to score more points after 6 weeks of football. This is where we're at. This is why I at this point think that we cannot come back and make a productive season out of this, because we are still at square one, 1/4 of the way through the season.
I do like his answer though. This is gonna sound weird, but like I found this guy on TikTok. He's a comedian and he does like faux interview.
Yeah,
as he's like a player or coach, and they'll be like, "Oh, did you try to win the game?" No, I didn't try to win the game at all. So, and he's like those obvious questions that you want the athletes to answer with honestly, with contempt, that they don't. They give the diplomatic answer. I think that may have been Canada's response is like, "Oh, you're going to ask? Yes, we all want to score more points. We know we need to score more points. Why are you asking me such an obvious fucking question?" So now I'm going to give you the dickhead answer. Yeah. Now, I'm not a Matt Canada fan. I think he's an idiot. But if that was his rationale for saying, "Yeah, we need to score more points," I like it, because if you get these reporters asking you these basic questions that are so idiotic, as you're asking them, you know what the answers are going to be. Either give you a diplomatic answer or give you this answer right here and give you something to run with.
Right.
So I like the answer. I like when coaches and players get so annoyed that they're just going to start answering the questions honestly and not give you the sports, the coach speak or the player speech, the bland answer. They're going to give you, the contempt answer. Yeah.
I think the most frightening thing, Mike, is the fact that for the past year, I don't know, year and a half, maybe, however long we've been doing this, I've only had to look at one of you while doing the show. Now I have the two of you in the same. Yes, very disturbing. Very disturbing. Mike, speaking of disturbing, let me go with this.
Uh-oh.
Well, did you see this? There's a new sexual misconduct charge filed against Deshaun Watson.
I got on Twitter just for a little bit today, and I saw that. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
This guy just needs to be the league just needs to put the axe to this guy.
Something. This is ridiculous.
I mean, you work at a place, and you have the reputation of the place, and you wear your uniform, and it's the symbol of a team in the organization that you're running, and you have this guy, and you just keep having more and more, and it's sexual assault, no less. I say you have to axe this guy. I think it's hilarious that it's happening in Cleveland. I think that it couldn't have happened in a better place, But I don't know. At the end of the day, I just think to myself, things are going to keep coming up. I bet you any money. Let's say he gets through suspension, gets through everything, and he gets back to playing football. I bet you any money things keep coming up, whether it be people trying to cause problems for him or a legitimate accusation. I think that it's not going to stop. Why would it stop at 23 if he's been doing this?
Yeah.
For how long? Who knows? Who knows how long the rabbit hole goes with Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, and they're not going to. The sad thing is they're not going to like suspend him longer for this one.
Yeah,
it's just going to keep. If it keeps happening, it's going to be like, oh well, we suspended him this long. What else do you want us to do?
Yeah,
and it's just going to, it's.
While we're talking about the Browns, I don't know if you've seen this. Anthony Schwartz. Now he's a player for the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
He got defeated by the practice dummy yesterday at practice. They have it's an apparatus that has padding.
Yeah,
and you run through as a player. You get the padding, you move on to the next layer, and well, he couldn't get through. This professional football player over and over was running into this, and he couldn't get the pads to move apart so he could get through until he eventually did. But Chad, check out how you get a chance. Like Anthony Schwartz can't defeat the practice dummy.
Oh, is he their wide receiver?
I believe so.
Yeah, that has to be.
I don't know what he is.
He's never going to live that down.
No.
Never. Poor guy. He's gonna get...
Yeah. I've never heard this in my life. You know what I mean? It's not like something you hear is semi-random.
Yeah.
At this point in my life, this is the first time I ever heard somebody not being able to defeat.
It's the one where you run through it, right?
Yeah.
You I hope there's, for his sake, there's like a malfunction with it.
Yeah.
Or that he was just so gassed at the end of the practice, or thought he didn't want to hit it that hard. He was like, didn't want to hurt himself,
right.
Or thought, hey, this right here is going to get me through it. I'm going to be good. And he's never going to live that down.
I'd be so embarrassed.
Your
whole life you're telling me, I was a professional football player. Grandkids. Daddy, could you bring out, or Grandpappy, could you bring out the old news clippings? Oh no.
Yep.
No.
Nope.
No.
Hey, Pappy, I found this on the internet.
I never played for the Browns. That's not me. I
was on that practice. That was someone else wearing my jersey number.
Another blunder. The Giants punter Jamie Gillen finally back with the team after being stuck in London since last Sunday morning's game. Of course, the Giants played, I believe, Minnesota last Sunday morning. And the punter somehow missed the flight. Jamie Gillen missed his flight back with the team. He's finally back with his teammates and ready to play this Sunday.
Yeah, probably out partying a little too hard.
I got a couple things here, Mike, but let me get this last headline out of the way. Going into last night's game, check this out. This is an interesting stat. Justin Fields, who I think that the Chicago Bears are totally ruining. This kid, his career, I think, is more than halfway done, which is unbelievable. He's so young and still new in the league. The Chicago Bears are bleeding him. They're bleeding him to death. They're aging him. And here's a little number going into last night's game, Mike, but it changed, obviously, but you'll hear what I got to say. Going into last night's game, Cooper Kupp had 49 catches. Going into last night's game, who didn't play for either of the teams, but hear me out. Going into last night's game, Justin Fields only had 49 completions. 49 completions, and Cooper Kupp over with the Rams has 49 catches. So that puts it into perspective what kind of season and what kind of stuff are going on over in Chicago.
Just like what that organization does to quarterbacks.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like they're ruining Fields, they're ruining Trubisky. Now, I think both Trubisky and Fields were drafted way higher than they should have been.
Yeah.
I don't think Trubisky should never have been the second overall pick, especially when you have like Patrick Mahomes sitting there.
Absolutely.
Because Trubisky came out of nowhere to be drafted that high, and he was rising late in the draft process. But still taken way too high, but still what the Bears did to him, no. And then Fields, I think he fell to 10th or wherever the Bears grabbed him.
Is that what it was?
He might have been lower than 10, but I know he was falling down the draft board, and people were going, "Oh my God, why?" But now you're seeing a little bit why the Bears should never take a quarterback in the first round and why Fields fell down.
Yeah.
So it's hand in hand with both those quarterbacks, but you're getting into a bad team in a bad situation that's never going to improve until you get new ownership. Both those guys were screwed from the beginning.
Whatever the Bears did when they got Jim McMahon, who again wasn't a great quarterback, or when they got Rex Grossman, who wasn't a great quarterback, but whatever the process was that they took to get those two guys,
Right?
perhaps try to duplicate that because that's the only success that the Chicago Bears are having.
Yeah, Rex Grossman got you to a Super Bowl, man.
Yeah.
The sex dragon. He was like, "Fuck, man, I'm releasing the cannon. We are slinging this ball deep." I liked him. He was a fun quarterback to watch play.
As today, Michael, today, if the playoffs started today, the Buffalo Bills and the Philadelphia Eagles would both be number 1 seeds, and they would have the first week off. Now, after the playoff changes, everybody else plays this week except for those 2 teams, where it used to be the second seed team used to have the bye as well. That's no more. The playoff bracket would look something like this, with Buffalo being the number 1 seed taking the week off. The number 2 Chiefs will be playing the number 7 Chargers in Kansas City. The number 3 Titans will be playing the number 6 Dolphins in Tennessee. And the number 4 Ravens would be hosting the number 5 Jets.
Oh.
Then over the NFC, the Eagles, of course, would have the first week off. The Packers would be traveling to Minnesota. Boy, is that so weird to see.
Yeah.
Packers sit at number 7, Vikings sit at 2. Buccaneers would be hosting the New York Giants. Buccaneers are 3, Giants are 6. And finally, the 49ers sitting in the 4th spot would be hosting the number 5 Cowboys.
There's a lot of good matchups there.
Absolutely.
Like that Chiefs-Chargers game right now, I'd watch that just every day. Sign me up for that one.
Yeah.
Mahomes versus Herbert. Fuck yeah, I'll watch that all day.
Yeah. I mean, there's a whole gang of games here. I would like to see the 49ers and Cowboys. A little bit of nostalgia, take you back to the 90s.
Oh, fuck
those
yeah.
2 teams were good. The Giants and Buccaneers, I think, would be good. The Vikings and Packers. Yeah, there would not be one of these games, and I wouldn't watch the Jets and Ravens.
Yeah, I would have watched Jets and Ravens to see, because the way Zach Wilson's progressing a little this year, and then to watch Lamar play and see if he can actually get that playoff success.
You gotta like what the Jets are doing. I don't know. I like it.
Well, I keep saying it all this year about teams like the Jets and Buffalo. These are teams that had bad years for a long time. They were bad for a long time until they got good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or in the Jets' case, they're getting better. And in the Bills' case, they're best team in football, or second best team in football record-wise. So,
you want to take a stab? I have all 8 divisions, Mike, all 8 divisions in the NFL. You want to take a stab at which division you think has scored the most points at this point in the season?
Ooh.
Of course, we have the AFC North with the Steelers. The Steelers division.
AFC East.
Browns.
I'm going to go with the AFC East.
The AFC East is the leader at this point. They have 56 points scored. Touchdowns. I'm sorry. Touchdowns.
That's what I'm saying. Whoa.
6 touchdowns scored.
The Bills did that against the.
And who would you suspect is the number 8 team out of the 8 division? I'm sorry, that scored the least amount of points.
Oh, that's going to be your AFC North.
AFC North, us guys, Browns, Bengals, Steelers.
Yeah, we got to be tearing down the average.
We actually have 50 points. We're tied, Mike, with the NFC North, who is the Vikings, Packers, Lions, Bears. The team that has the least amount of touchdowns scored. I keep saying points. I mean touchdowns. The least amount of touchdowns scored till this point is the AFC South, Mike. The AFC South, who is Tennessee, Indianapolis, Jacksonville. That whole mess.
Isn't that not the forgotten division in football?
Well, you know what? That division I was thinking about the other day is made up of a bunch of. Listen to this, because the Colts used to be in the AFC. The teams with the AFC East back in the day, the Buffalo Bills, New England Patriots. That used to be where the Colts were. Then the Jacksonville Jaguars were an expansion team.
AFC Central.
Tennessee Titans were the Houston Oilers.
AFC Central.
And the other team, I'm drawing a blank.
Colts.
Titans, Colts, Jacksonville.
Titans, Colts, Jacksonville.
They are so insignificant.
They are. Hold on, let me pull up the goddamn thing here.
Jacksonville.
Houston Texans.
Houston
We
Texans,
talked about
another
that
team.
because you said they used to be who are the
Yeah, the Titans used to be the
Oilers? Yeah, then the Texans came
were an
in.
expansion team.
Yeah.
So I mean that division has always been a division of misfits.
It is.
And Seattle used to be in the AFC West, and they bumped them over to the NFC. So I mean, it was a different look even just 20 years ago.
Yeah,
Mike.
but that AFC South, dude, it's just a randomly thrown together. Look at the Colts. The Colts aren't in the South.
No, they're just as north as we are.
Yeah, but yeah, that division, man. Tennessee not being what I thought they would be this year is very disappointing.
Yeah, you thought after a couple seasons ago, after the big Derrick Henry just having an amazing season,
yeah.
the quarterback, the coach, Vrabel, the whole thing seemed like it was coming together, and they were going to be a team to be competitive. You know, but they just
they're 3-2. You know, they started 0-2. They're 3-2 now, but it doesn't. They don't feel like they're 3-2.
No,
if you know what I mean. So it's just like
no,
they don't feel the way like the past couple years of like you were saying, like Ryan Tannehill finally finding it, the potential that he showed to be a first round pick, and Derrick Henry running over everyone.
Yeah. Let's do some picks, Blake. Doom, doom, doom.
Dun, dun, dun. You're gonna have to track everything.
All right, I'll track everything.
I know I'm being that guy this week.
Hold up your crown real quick so everybody can see what we're playing for. So there it is. You know what you look like with that? Remember that show when we were younger in Living Color in the 90s?
Men on Film?
Men on Film. Yeah. You always seem to have a little hat sitting on top of his head.
I give it 2 snaps and a rewind.
Yeah. Now let's see if you can snap into place and beat me, because that crown is what he won last week. It's going to move back and forth across the studio as we keep continuing to change. And this week, we do plan on changing because I'm going to take it. I already have a 1-0 lead. Washington.
I think the crowd just broke.
The Washington team, formerly known as the Redskins, beat
Commanders.
the Bears last night, like 12-7. So I'm already up 1-0. You took the Bears. I took Washington. So you got some coming back to do. And apparently you got a new a crown to find us because it already broke.
It fell behind the dummy.
No, I think the dummy knocked it over.
Fuck you.
So the first game of the week, Mike, we have the Giants. The Giants are hosting the Ravens. Who you liking that one?
Ooh, wow. Taking the Giants, baby. Saquon.
I'm taking the Giants.
Saquon.
All right, I'm taking the Ravens. Jaguars and Colts. That's actually a tough one to pick.
I'm taking Jacksonville.
You're gonna take Jacksonville?
Yeah, I'm taking Sunshine. What's his quarterback? Trevor Lawrence, man. That beautiful hair.
I'm taking the Colts then. I plan on demolishing you this week. I'm gonna demolish you.
You're fucked.
I'm gonna crush you.
You're fucked.
Patriots at the Browns.
Cleveland.
You know what? I'm gonna take New England. I'm totally fine with taking New England.
That's fine by me.
Backup. What's the backup guy's name? Powder Puff,
something. I don't know.
Yeah. Zappy.
Zapke. Yes, Zapke. He's a rookie. Him and Kenny Pickett, man, they're fighting to see who's the best rookie quarterback.
I got Zapke.
I think Zapke actually has a touchdown pass.
That's right.
Let's take a look.
Bengals and Saints, Mike.
Zapke has 2 touchdown passes. Bengals, Saints.
Saints are at home.
Give me the Bengals.
You want the Bengals?
Go with the Bengals. I know Burrow looks shook, but
you know what? I'm gonna take the Bengals too.
Ooh.
Buccaneers and Steelers. I'm taking Pittsburgh.
I'm taking the Bucks.
This is my downfall. I usually do well until it gets to that Steeler game,
and then it goes
I
down.
have to take my homer pick, and then Mike always seems to take the other team.
Well, yeah. I want to be a homer so bad, but I can't.
49ers at the Falcons.
40. Ooh, they're flying across the country. Ooh.
I on an airplane. They're not birds or anything. What's the problem?
Yeah, it was still checking. Give me Atlanta.
You want Atlanta?
Yeah, I overthought it. My heart and gut and brain are saying
I'm
San
killing this
Francisco.
week. That's all I got to say. I'm killing. I got
You-
San Francisco in this game. Jets and Packers, Mike. Jets and Packers.
Let's go Jets.
Yeah,
Jets.
I have to as well. Vikings and Dolphins.
Dolphins are still without Tua. Teddy
Yeah, I got
Bridgewater is the
Minnesota.
second string in this game, so I'm going to go Minnesota. Or who are they playing? Minnesota?
Dolphins.
Dolphins, Minnesota? Yeah, give me the Vikings.
Panthers at Rams. Panthers at the Rams.
You know what? I've been going with the Panthers suck. They just fired their coach. I'm going to go with the Panthers.
Mike's just tossing that crown back across the room. I can already feel. I got to practice my catching moves because it's going to be coming back real soon. Cardinals at the Seahawks.
Oh, give me Geno Smith, baby.
Kyler Murray or Geno Smith? Who's your guy? Who's your guy, Mike?
I'm going with Mountaineer Geno Smith.
All right, I'll take the Cardinals. Bills at Chiefs. My opinion, the game of the week. Bills at Chiefs. A replay of that amazing playoff game last year. What was it? 43-36, something, give or take, in overtime.
Yeah.
Allowed the Chiefs to move on and ultimately lose to the Bengals. But in my opinion, that was the biggest, it was the funnest game of the year to watch.
Oh, it was a blast to watch. I'm gonna go with Buffalo. I think they eke out some revenge. It's gonna be a close game either way.
I'm gonna take the Chiefs just because I would root and I would also bet that the Bills would win. However, just for the sake of what we're doing, I'm gonna take the Chiefs. Sunday Night Football, I'm like, big game. The 4-1 Cowboys and Cooper Rush go to Philadelphia to face Jalen Hurts and the undefeated 5-0 Philadelphia Eagles. Who do you like in this game?
I hate to say it, but Philadelphia. This is like a game I don't want to root for anyone, but I'll root for the Eagles in this one.
All right, I'm gonna take Dallas. I gotta take Cooper Rush.
That is great, man.
Cooper Rush.
Or
Jalen Hurts have none of them have lost a game yet. Both quarterbacks are undefeated this season. So one of these guys has to lose. I'm going to put my money on Cooper Rush. And finally, Monday Night Football. The Broncos traveling to play the Chargers in Los Angeles. Who do you like in this game?
Let's go with the Chargers. Like, Denver has not shown me anything. Russell Wilson has just been a complete disaster.
They're about as good as the Steelers are this year,
man. They are.
Well, I thought maybe that change of scenery, putting Russell Wilson over there. Maybe they're looking as bad as we are.
Yeah, the way Herbert's playing this year, man, he's putting up numbers.
You're right. How could you
10 touchdowns, 2 picks? It's just that defense has been letting them down. They usually have pretty good defense.
I got to tell you, everybody, I'm feeling really confident about this week's games. I think that I will be getting the broken crown back over here on my.
This is why you don't give Mike new things. I will do something stupid.
Yeah, he's already had the dummy's finger up his ass.
No, that was off camera.
He already broke the crown.
And it's this finger right here. Oh my God! Get your head.
So there you have it, everybody. All the picks are in. We will be checking it out beginning of next week to see who won. But I'm pretty confident that I have this. Oh, look at Double Ugly over here. It's like the old. You remember the old Allie? Where are you? Get in here. Are you around?
Oh, the Ewok was yelling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she so wants to be a part of the show today. She's so amped for it. I feel bad for her.
I know we have so much Dahmer stuff.
I know she's been she has been pumped and ready to talk Dahmer because it's something she's passionate about it. And my Ewok, maybe if I don't even know if she's. Oh,
look! You broke the dummy.
I broke. You give me. I broke the dummy. I broke the crown. I broke the studio. I broke my hymen. Wait, what?
All right. But she did send me something yesterday, Mike, that about this movie. I don't even know what the movie's called.
Okay.
And then that's kind of where I was looking. So I don't know if she went downstairs or she's out
Yeah,
in
she went
the
downstairs.
lobby. But she sent me this note yesterday that said there's this movie that's described. It's a depraved horror movie that causes viewers to vomit and faint.
What the hell? What's it
in
called?
Theater. I don't know. That's why I needed her to come in and give us some insight on that because I want to vomit and faint at the movies.
Yeah, hold on.
I like vomiting and fainting just as much as the next guy.
I knew how to spell.
We'll come back to that because she may come around with the answer. I just don't know where she's at in the building right now. High levels of toxic chemical found in sports bras, Mike. Sports bras. Have you got your mammogram lately?
I have not.
You might want to go get that checked out because this report says that there's a high level of toxic chemical found in sports bras.
You know, like, why people? Why make something that could potentially be, what am I looking for? Cancerous for your consumers.
Yeah.
Like if they no, the women who bought these sports bras, sue this company into the ground because fuck them. It's bad enough, women have to worry about so many more like health things than we do, and they got to worry about that shit. Fuck them. Back to that movie. It is called Terrifier 2.
Terrifier 2.
It's apparently so graphic that viewers are vomiting and passing out in their seats.
It's almost like what we endure sitting here at the studio across from Mike. I've almost vomited 2 or 3 times during the show, whether you know this or not.
I'm looking at some of the screen caps now. I can, there's clowns with blood all over them.
Didn't make sense until we know that there's clowns.
There's clowns in there. Yeah, it makes sense.
I like it.
I don't know. It's I don't know. And so that means probably like one person got sick in the theater.
Yeah.
So they're there for, oh my god, people are getting sick and they're throwing up in their seats.
I'm going to tell you something right now that's going to make you sick. It may make you
I'm already
vomit.
looking at your face.
And it possibly may make you vomit. The doctor removes 23 contact lenses from a patient's right eye.
Okay. No. Because I fucking hate anything by my eyes.
I
Okay?
told you this was sicker than the movie.
It is.
23 contacts from her
No.
right eye.
No, because I will sit there and watch horror movies, and they're not my favorite. But I will sit there and watch them. They don't freak me out or anything. I just don't. I don't get them. Don't get me wrong. I like the classics and some of the newer ones, but I'm hit or miss with horror. But I'll sit there and watch them. And no, you have someone touching their eye. 26 contact lenses. No. No. I had to get LASIK done and panic attacks with professionals doing it and putting 26 contacts in my own eye. How the fuck do you do that? You're supposed to take them out.
Yeah. Why would you keep? I mean, and the point that you're putting 23 contacts in your eyes, it's insane.
It is. It's nuts.
And there was a picture, and it was like just this. All these contacts were all kind of, I don't know. They were kind of like connected still, like with eye goo. There were 23.
Did she forget? Like, did she forget about them?
23 fucking times. I don't know. That's just insane to me. Maybe she just didn't want to take them out. She left them in so long, and then she said, "You know what? Maybe I'm just going to put another one in on top of that." And she did that over a period of time.
I feel like she's forgetful or has like memory issues. I can see that, but
not for 23 times.
I
just can't.
That's making my eye. I can't stop itching my eye.
And I know
you did that on purpose. You're like, Mike is fucking up the studio today. He fucking shit on my lighting all day yesterday. I'm gonna fuck with him now.
What's up with your sleeve?
Maybe.
I thought it had like one of them thumb holes.
Me too. At first, I'm like, wait, does this thing have a thumb hole? I've had this thing for like 3 years now. And I thought, oh shit, man, it got a thummy thing. I never knew about it.
More disturbing news as far as health goes, Mike. We have a global epidemic of cancer among people under 50 could be emerging. People under 50.
Oh, that's the fucking boomers, man. the boomers, they're dying out, so they're taking it out on Gen X, millennials, and zennials, or Gen Z. This is what they're doing. They're releasing some sort of agent to take us out. But no, that's weird. That's weird that it's like under 50. So it has to be something that, like people in our age group and younger use more than the elderly.
We grew up with fast food and pop and and pretty much anything that you eat has some kind of something in it that you probably shouldn't eat. And we've lived our whole entire lives like that. You know what I mean? It was I can't even tell you the number of times I've had fast. I mean, it's ridiculous. There's certainly whenever I was in my young adulthood to a certain point, that was all I ate was fast food. And, that's just constantly putting whatever into your body. It's going to have long term.
Well, you got to think of like what like in foods now too. Like all the hormones they give to the animals to make them bigger.
Yeah,
and then you cook and you eat them because you look puberty starting earlier and earlier for children now.
It's because all we eat's hormones.
It's like even if you eat quote unquote like I'm eating clean, like I'm eating chicken, I'm eating this, that stuff's still pumped full of stuff. So it's gonna eventually going to catch up to us. But hey, you know what? The dinosaurs were better than us, and even they died out. So, we're no better than the dinosaurs.
I think we're better than the dinosaurs.
I don't.
You think the dinosaurs couldn't be doing anything fun like what we're doing now? You know what I mean? They didn't really.
Yeah, but they got to see all God, how big they were and everything else around them. They were so huge and massive, and they just got the No, I'm jealous of the dinosaurs, man.
Can't say I was ever jealous of a dinosaur.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous of animals, man. They don't have bills. They don't have credit scores. They don't have mortgages, car payments.
I don't know. Why don't you go tell us about the website, Mike?
No, I don't want to. You know who's going to tell us about the website today? The giant head. TwoDumbYinzers.com. TwoDumbYinzers.com. As Ryan is over there huffing and puffing and trying not to laugh. TwoDumbYinzers.com. You head over there and you will find links. You shut up. You be quiet. You head over there and you will find links to YouTube, Spotify, which are our main two sources to catch us. What fell? What is going on over there? So TwoDumbYinzers.com. YouTube, Spotify. We have Facebook link on there. Maybe an Instagram, Twitter, merchandise store. Everything you need, Two Dumb Yinzers is at TwoDumbYinzers.com.
And there you have it, everybody. TwoDumbYinzers.com.
Good job, buddy.
Don't forget to go check that out. And I promise you there will be no creepy Mike dummies over there on the website.
Look at the dummy just staring at. Hey, everybody!
And
look what's it. Why is your hand down there, buddy?
And you got to, and also please continue to check us out. We are on all day, all week, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Continue to check us out. And this show right here, the show that we do that particular day, will get uploaded onto Spotify later on in the day, and they will be in podcast form if you just want to listen. Mike, you want to? Do you think in our new setting and our new surroundings, you're ready? You're ready to do some trivia today?
I am. I'm feeling like smarter already. No.
So what this is, of course, we have been doing the how well do you know your neighbors? No. How well do you know your enemies? And Mike has been doing very well this week. And, of course, our enemy is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's who the Steelers play this weekend. So this will be the last question of the week. There's a Tampa Bay Buccaneers question. So, Mike, are you ready? I think Mike's trying to go undefeated.
Oh, shit.
Are you undefeated this week, Mike?
Yes, I am.
You won every game?
I win every goddamn day because I'm a fucking winner. I'm a winner.
No, you're not.
I'm a warrior. I mean, the ultimate warrior.
All right, here we go. Got your pencil?
I got my chapstick. I can write with that, right? Oh, shit.
Don't throw shit. You can poke somebody's eye out. I think that's the message that we're trying to teach today.
I felt like Deontay Johnson. Huh?
So
Deer in headlights.
We have Mike with one eye. This is my advantage now. I'm trying to take Mike down. I'm trying not to let him go undefeated. I'm pulling out all the stops. I threw and I hit him with a pen right in the eye. but now he has his pen, and we're ready.
You got paper for me to write? I got to write on my hand.
Yeah, just write it in your hand. What are you doing?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. What other expansion team joined the NFL in 1976 along with the Buccaneers, Mike? What other expansion team joined the NFL in 1976 along with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
I have no goddamn clue. 76. Boom, boom.
And there you have it. There's the time is up. Put down your pencils. Mike, today's question of the day, the last day of the How Well Do We Know Our Enemies, the Tampa Bay questions. What other expansion team joined the NFL in 1976 along with the Buccaneers? And of course, the answer is
New England Patriots?
New England Patriots. Gutsy, do you have what's the thought process on that?
It's the first team that popped into my head.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Is that your final
It's
answer?
my final answer.
So Mike says in 1976, when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers joined the league as an expansion team, one other team joined as well. And Mike says it's the New England Patriots.
That's who I got.
And that's your final answer. Want me to plug it in, Mike?
Plug it in.
Lock it in?
Lock it in.
All right, here we go. What other expansion team joined the NFL in 1976 along with the Buccaneers? Mike says the New England Patriots, and that is
Oh.
unfortunately. Oh, so sorry. Unfortunately, the answer to that is the Seattle Seahawks. The
Oh.
Seahawks did, in fact, join in 1976 alongside the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So the answer to today's trivia, Tampa Bay, the last Tampa Bay trivia of the week, is the Seattle Seahawks for the other team. Did they even cross your mind?
They did.
They did?
They did at first. They popped in. Then I started going through all the divisions and trying to think back to those eras. And
Yeah.
just I don't remember anything from the Patriots from the 70s. So fuck it, why not?
They were terrible.
Yeah, I know they were bad. But Seattle did pop into my head. I was like, ooh, I don't remember them from that era, but
yeah. But there you go, everybody. We have big football, a lot of football in this week. Again, don't forget to check out Penn State at Michigan tomorrow at 12 o'clock. And again, the Steelers are at home hosting Tom Brady and the Buccaneers on Sunday. Check that out. Penguins play tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the evening. They host the Lightning. Plenty of baseball action. You got the Major League Baseball playoffs in full swing. And we're set. We're ready. I love football weekend, Mike. You know that.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm just disappointed there's no London game this year.
No London game?
Or this week. This is why we can't record. Oh, shit. I lost the stream.
See, Mike,
okay, we're back.
So.
That's what you get.
But hey,
You
listen.
short-armed it.
We're going to go ahead and we're going to continue to work here in the studio and make things better. I hope everybody enjoys this week.
Yes.
Enjoys this weekend, enjoys their football. And again, we'll be back Monday.
Yes.
All week next week from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Please continue to check us out. For Mike Ryan, the Two Dumb Yinzers, we'll see you next week.
Deuces.